Hello CP Math 1, this is Mr. Roberts, and these are the solutions for the Chapter 2 study team test. First question asks, it gives us some information. This is a line, has a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of -2. The directions above said, given the information below, write the equation of the line described and then graph the line. So you can see I'm given both the slope and the y-intercept, and I could, for example, go ahead and go over to the graph itself. I'm given a y-intercept at -2 and a slope pattern of 2. So from here I could go up 2 units and then over 1. And that would generate a new point, up 2 units over 1, up 2 units over 1. And I could continue this pattern indefinitely in both directions on the plane. Then using a straight edge, I could draw a line through those points that I generated, and I should get something pretty close to this. Now, the form of an equation that we've been using most often is that a particular y value equals the slope times the x value as an input plus your starting point, your y-intercept. So for this equation, the line, particular line rather, the equation would be y equals 2x. We had a slope of 2 up 2 over 1, and then plus this y-intercept of -2. And for convenience, if you'd like, you could just write minus a value of 2. So in the next question, we're given 2 points. Our points are at -6, 5, and 4, 0. So if I come over to -6 and then up to 5, this is going to be one of the points. And the other point that we had was at 4, 0. So I could go over 4 and then not up or down. So here are our 2 points. With those 2 points, we could figure out, I guess we could figure out the slope of the line. So if I wanted to, I could look at this. Here's my change in y value. You can see my change in y is 5 units. And actually I went down 5 units. And then my change in x, I'm running from 6 all the way over to +4. And if I travel from 6 to 4, that's a change of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units. So you can see I've got a change in y of 10 units. So this is +10 units is my change in y. And if I think about the slope ratio, right, it's the change in the vertical change over the horizontal change. So I could take this -5 and over 10. So my slope should be -5 units over 10, which reduces to -1 over 2. So I've got a slope of -1/2. And there's a couple things I could do to figure out what the y-intercept is. I mean, I could see it's somewhere in here, right? And it's probably, if I graphed it really accurately, I could get exactly what it is. But I'm going to go ahead and use this one technique, right, where we go ahead and take the fact that it is a line, and we're looking at the y equals mx plus b. And then from there we can go ahead and plug in our slope, which we found to be -1/2. We can plug in a particular x value. In fact, I'm going to use this point. It has x is 4 and y is 0. So I'm going to plug in a 4 there, and then plus this b value. And you can see I'm also going to plug in that y is 0. So if I simplify this, I've got 0 equals -2 and then plus b. And if I add 2 to both sides, I get that b is apparently 2. And you can see when I do add the line that goes through the 2 points, we had this particular point and this point, you can see it rather nicely hit this y-intercept at exactly 2. So we've kind of got that 2 different ways. We got it graphically by plotting those points and then drawing the line, and we could observe 2. But we also confirmed it algebraically. The equation of this line is y equals, let's see, the slope again was -1/2 x and then plus a value of 2 for b. So here's the equation of our line. There's one more part to this question. It's part C, and let's do that. The next one says a line passes through 0, 0. We call that the origin, and it has a slope of 3. So if I consider that graphically, I can start here with my point at the origin. That is a slope pattern of 3, so I can go up 3 units and over 1, and then up 3 units and over 1, up 1, 2, 3 units and over 1. And I could extend this line in both directions. So this is what our line looks like, and I know the slope pattern is up 3 over 1, or this has a slope of 3, and I can see my y-intercept, since it's going through the origin, is 0. So the equation of that particular line would look like y equals simply 3x, and you could put the plus 0, or you could just simply write y equals 3 times x.